Hi, I'm Dima Sharif.
And I'm Sandra Boros.
I'm the founder of DS Consulting Club and the Grow Pro Shop.
And I'm the founder of Sandy's Kitchen.
And this is From Scratch to Success. One of the things I'm asked by a lot of our customers is how do we get our clients, our suppliers, and generally everybody to treat us like a company? So we've made the transition from just starting out something and testing out if it works, and now we're a company. But our customers still treat us like freelancers. Making the transition from freelance to company is a little bit tricky. It can be done, and it has to be done. You have to earn the respect in the market as a company. And this is what we're going to talk about today with Sandra. Hi, Sandra.
Hi, Dima. Good morning.
How was it for you when you were transitioning from testing to actually becoming a company?
So we did test. We had to test for some time, and this is where a lot of people ask me, say, did you register a company? Are you still baking cookies from home? And I'm like, guys, first of all, we have to follow the rules. The regulations are here for everybody's safety, and plus this is food, so of course I'm not at home. Of course we have a company, of course we have the proper licensing in place, but it took us time to get there. So we didn't get there on day one, but there is no way you could operate properly, correctly, in the right channels, with all the aggregators, with all your clients, in a proper, I don't want to say civilized, but like in the right way. Let's call it the right way.
Yeah.
So, I started making cookies at home.
Yeah.
It used to be, we used to call it Cookie Tuesday.
Oh, nice.
Because I don't know why, I thought Tuesday was like the best day. And we used to take orders. So similar to what we do now, I used to, and we used to take orders from different people and wake up on Tuesday morning and bake. And we took that idea that we tested a couple of times with our friends, with our neighbors, with people who are close to us, and I extrapolated the interest I got from that to say, okay, we're gonna make this an actual real thing.
So basically, when we first start, most of us, we have to test if we have what we call a viable product. We need to know if the market has interest for this kind of product. And so most people, they start testing out first. And, for most, it's a hobby that they like doing. Their friends encourage them, you should try this out. So they go try it out. They find that there's interest. And then they start thinking in terms of, okay, we're onto something here and we should create this product, find a way to market this product. And they start the journey of ideation for the company.
Can I just stop you here? This moment is so precious. The moment where you have an idea that you've tested.
Yes.
Anja, barely.
Yes.
Okay. And you go like, no. I'm gonna hang on to this, and this nota, this little point that I've discovered or created, I'm gonna make it into a whole universe. And the energy that
it's the nicest moment. Yes,
it is the nicest moment, because everything after, it's hard.
Actually, the moment the passion is born,
Yeah.
and the moment of hope, and the moment where you feel like I'm onto something. This is gonna be big. This is gonna be good.
Yeah.
It's the opportunity that we feel at that point that
Exactly.
that drives
and this
us.
is such a lovely moment, and this is where all businesses are born.
Yes.
Like that. Actually,
Yes.
You're like, oh my God, this is. What if I sold this to 1 million people?
Yes.
Not just 2.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and so I want to actually draw your attention that the best thing about this moment is we, at that moment, are operating from the mindset of opportunity and growth. We're thinking in terms of growth, opportunity, hope. We have something happening. Hold on to that mindset, because that's the mindset of success. And that's why at that point, no matter what you do, that point itself is successful.
Yeah.
And if you want to have the feeling of success as you run your business, hold on to that moment. However, the problem is, because that moment is so sweet, a lot of people get trapped there. And so they have the product, they've launched the product to the market, perhaps even got the company licensed and everything, but they don't take it further in the way they carry themselves and their business as a proper business rather than a hobby or a freelance job that I do occasionally.
So what do they need to do in this case?
So what you need to do in this case is, of course, once you have decided and you've tested and you're sure you're going forward with it, you need to get licensed. You need to look into the different type of licenses, the different type of activities and what works for your company. And once you get the license done, you're official.
Can I just say it's okay to make mistakes? We've changed our license twice.
Yes, of course.
And we've changed our name twice.
Yeah.
Like, so we stumbled.
Yeah.
There is no ever
Yeah.
clear path that is always correct and mistake free.
Yes, unless you come with DS Consulting Club.
That's true. That's true. But I made a lot of
That's
mistakes
why
before
we're
I met
here.
you, by the way. I still do. I need to talk to you more.
But
No, but really, it's okay. Like, because some people have this fear of making mistakes. So I just want to talk to them. I wish someone told me that.
Yes,
Like, it's
yes.
okay to make a mistake.
Yes.
Like, if you're, like, for example, you make a license and then you discover, oh, with this license, I'm not allowed to operate here.
Yeah.
Or to operate here, I need a different license.
yes, or a different activity on top.
Exactly. So it's also a process.
Yes, yes, yes. And that's why it's advisable. Look, first of all, I want to reiterate what you just said. Yes, 100%. There's no problem with making mistakes. All of us make mistakes. Even the most seasoned, at some point or another, you're going to make some mistakes. The problem is to let that mistake stop you. You need to keep going,
Yeah.
right? But this is the reason why I started the S Consulting Club, actually, is because of the thought that was in my head as I made mistakes in my previous companies, thinking,
See?
I wish there was someone who would have told me, because that would have spared me a lot of effort,
Time.
a lot of time,
Money.
and money. Yes, and that's why we are here.
100%.
Once you get licensed, and I do always recommend that you, before starting a company, the most important people to have on your side is an accountant, a good accountant to do your financials and financial planning and, everything that has to do with the finances of the company, and the legal team. I know that's maybe the last thing small
Well, I am married
businesses
to a
do.
lawyer and I have an accountant, so I'm set.
Yes. It's one of the things that most small businesses don't do is looking into the legality of things. You don't have to really go all in. I know legal is not within everybody's reach.
You know what he says? He says, fix, and I hear him on calls, right? He says, fix your roof while the sun is shining.
Yes.
And really,
yes,
you learn
yes,
to
yes,
fix your roof when
yes,
the sun is shining.
Yes. Get that first consultation. Ask a lawyer as to, with this kind of license, what do I get and what do what do
How
I
am I
have
covered?
to do? Yes. That's one. And two, also, you want to know before you bring on all the partners and all the people, like how this is going to be structured. Yeah. And so get that consultation done. Then please, please, please open a business bank account. Do not use your personal bank account for business.
We also made that transition.
Right.
At some point.
Right.
But to tell you that I started off like that would be a lie.
Yeah, of course. I
like,
know. Look,
you know
look,
what I mean?
At the end of the day, everything
Yeah.
we're discussing here is based on what so many of our clients tell us, and also experiences you've experienced, I've experienced, and all entrepreneurs and new business owners experience. And so that's why we're actually giving out these tips and saying, like, look out for this. Look, having a business bank account not only legitimizes your business in the eyes of your customers, your suppliers, and everybody, it also does something really important, which you should do from day one, which is separate your business finances from your personal finances.
This is so important,
Right,
by the way.
right.
This is so important because when I opened up the work bank account, I went back to using my bank account for me.
Yes.
And I had stopped
Yes,
doing that. It was
yes.
like reserved for work.
Yes.
And then I was like, thank God I got my bank account back.
Yes. And it also makes your accounting so much easier. You have accounting, you have taxes that you need to pay. You cannot have things intermingled like this.
Bad ideas.
Yeah, you really need to separate everything. Plus, When you have your business bank account, your business budgets, your business capital in the bank, you know your financial obligations and you keep on top of them. You know your budgets and you don't say, oh, okay, I'll just take this extra here and extra there. And maybe you're taking money out of your business, but maybe also you're taking out of your personal account into business. Look, if business is supposed to build your wealth and you're depleting your own personal wealth all the time, it's not doing anything for you. And so that's really important. The other thing is, it's really important to do a little bit of training as to how to communicate like a company and stop communicating as a freelancer.
So could you give me 2 examples? One is Dima as a freelancer versus Dima as part of DS Consulting.
And so, for example, when I first started, like companies would call me like, are you free on this date? And can you come for this event? And can you do this? And can you do that? And I'm like excited, of course, because you, first of all, want the opportunity to be out there. You want more people to know about you and what you do. And so an opportunity comes and the only thing I would think of, opportunity, yay, let's go for it.
Let's do it. It's a Saturday.
Only when I am
Sunday.
in it, I'll realize that I didn't discuss terms. I didn't discuss what their expectations are, what my expectations are. I didn't fully read into the payment terms that they offered me, like it's going to be after this amount of days and after that amount of days. I never thought in terms of cash flow as a business, because look, again, at that time, my personal finance and my business finance were all, together. It was like, yes, opportunity, that's only it. I don't look if this opportunity is in fact an opportunity with the terms they're presenting. I never used to ask, where is this gonna go? Who's gonna see this? How do you guarantee? As a business, communication of a business is very, very easy to grasp if you look at yourself as a business rather than a freelancer. And so in business, 2 businesses are sitting in front of each other. And these 2 businesses are communicating for the mutual benefit of the 2 businesses. And as such, each one of the businesses has to be clear as to what do they expect, how are they going to get that thing done, and how does it benefit both of them. Even if there's a negotiation for any reason.
So let me just stop you for 1 second. So at some point, when Dima said, I'm not a freelancer, I'm not a person, I'm a company, Dima sat and decided, these are my payment terms, this is what I would accept, these are the deliverables I'm willing to give, let's say. You set what you would accept, and you set your standards, let's say, and then you took these with you whenever you had any meeting.
And so, yes, I would go to your husband's the ceiling example that you just said. Yes, before opportunities start coming as a business, you need to decide, this is where the business manual is very important. You need to decide that as a business, this is what we do, this is what we offer in terms of payment. These are our payment terms and our policies. You decide your policies, how you deal with customers, how you deal with clients, how you deal with suppliers, how you deal with your own employees, how all of this is decided and done as policies and SOPs, and you create that for your company. And so the communication becomes easy because as a company, this is how we operate.
Yeah.
You see, the difference between freelance and a company is that a company has a set of rules, okay, and it works and behaves and conducts business within these rules, which we call policies, the company policies.
But can we say that it's okay not to have all your policies, all your SOPs set from day one? And
of course, nobody does. I never did.
Yeah.
And besides, Sandra, even if you do have your policies set, you revisit them. That's why every policy in every company says it was done on this date, and there's like a line in it that says that these policies will be revised, and they're regularly revised, and sometimes on yearly basis, sometimes not as much, depending what type of policy we're talking about and how into the operation. Yeah, and if you, for example, change your warehouse, you create new policies based on the new location right? But what I'm trying to say here is we get all of this done and then we communicate this with people. Now, it's also okay to be a little bit lenient. That's why we have negotiations as a company. But there are things within your policy that you know are non-negotiables. So, for example, if somebody calls me now and says, okay, Dima, we want you to come do a consultation for us at 12 o'clock at night, for example, because we're having this kind of problem. And yeah, maybe for me, no, that's not how we operate. We operate within working hours.
Time,
yeah. So, but if it's like a huge problem, a very important client, maybe you want to be lenient and go see what's going on. You know, also, that's the thing. It depends. Every company is different. But what we want to concentrate on now is that you need to have all of these set and in mind before, then you need to communicate them. I'll show you another example of how you communicate. So before it used to be, yay, I'm going to do this. Yes, I'm so excited. See you then. Now I read the email and I reply with, yes, please send through the agreement. Let me take a look and get back to you. Yeah, because
much more seasoned.
Yeah, not just that, because sometimes in the communication, sometimes even I do this, like, and we did this together. I come up with an idea, and I think it's a very good idea, and this thing will work for, let's say, both of us. And the idea is still not fully developed in my head, but I just want to see if it's something that you're open to doing. And so the oral communication that we did was just putting things out there, seeing the agreeability of whatever we're proposing, right? Then as I work on it and I start looking into my own objectives from it, I need to make sure that it still works for you, right? And that's where, so that takes me to one of the most important ways to ensure people treat you as a company. Companies deal in agreements. Put agreements in place. Sign agreements with people. Ask them to give you the agreements, keep the terms there, understand what you have to do, when you have to do, what they have to do, when they will do, because that also means that you're maintaining these relationships. It's very easy without an agreement to lose relationships, to misunderstandings or misexpecting or, And so these things will make you look professional, not just professional, will have your back and their back. Because again, I'm just going to say it again, the idea between two businesses coming together is the mutual benefit of both businesses, not just my benefit. If I want to keep relationships happening, I want to make sure that the other side understands that I have their back too. Because we're coming together as, for mutual benefit.
Well, guys, don't forget to follow DS Consulting Club. They have a ton of tips. You can learn a lot from Dima. Wallah madrasa Dima. And thank you so much for today.
Thank you. And guys, we have more episodes coming. Keep with us. Don't leave. We still have more topics to discuss. Remember today, what I want to tell you, moving from freelance to business, proper business, remember this line: respect is earned, not given.